So I've set myself a goal to turn $3,000 into one Bitcoin, and I plan to document the whole journey here on YouTube. So if you want to follow along with my journey, make sure to hit the subscribe button now, and let's get into my strategy. So before we do get into the strategy, I just want to do a little disclaimer that this is purely for education and entertainment purposes only. I will be discussing how I plan to use capital, but this is not financial advice. Please do your own research and trade responsibly. So why am I doing this? Well, I've been trading crypto now for 5 years, both futures and spot, and I know there are a lot of people with smaller portfolios, and they really want to learn how to grow and stack Bitcoin or dollars, but they don't know how, and they end up chasing fast gains. And honestly, they end up just getting burned and end up leaving crypto altogether with a bad taste in their mouth. So this series is here to show you exactly how I'm doing it using technical analysis, smart risk management, and a mix of spot and stacking Bitcoin and actively trading futures. So let's dive into the strategy now. So basically today I set up a brand new Blowfin account here, and I loaded it up with $3,000. And I was initially thinking, I'm going to split this capital up. I'm going to just buy some Bitcoin straight out the gate, and then I'm going to trade the remaining capital and use profits to start stacking Bitcoin. But what I've actually decided to do is take the whole $3,000 and actively trade, and then use all my profits to basically DCA into Bitcoin as I make profit. One of the rules that I'm going to try and stick to is, all the profits that I do make, I'm going to use 50 to 75% of the profit to straight away just DCA straight into Bitcoin. And then I will keep the other, 25 to 50% in a reserve, that if Bitcoin ever drops in value, that I have some, dry powder to just throw some money into Bitcoin at some certain lows. So I plan on using the whole 3K, but I am going to split it up. I'm going to basically trade 60% of the capital, so around 1,800. I'm going to just trade spot. Basically, I'll be in and out of different spot positions. I'm going to buy in certain levels that I think that we're going to see a bounce from. And then, if I get a 20 to 30% move, I'll exit my position, take the profits, roll it into Bitcoin. And those plays, can take weeks to play out sometimes. So with the other 40%, so that's around $1,200, I'm going to actively day trade. And with that, I'm going to be looking to take, anything from 1 to 3 trades per day. And again, roll the profits straight into Bitcoin. My strategy for the both spot trading and day trading is I'm going to stick with some of the more well-known altcoins, stuff that's in the top 50, maybe top 100, and again target on spot 5 to 20% moves, no leverage. And then obviously on the futures side, I will be using kind of low leverage, proper risk management, where I'm not risking any more than 5%. I suggest not risking any more than 1 to 2%, but because I've split it up, the spot trading obviously has a lot less risk to it. So with that 40% of capital that I'm going to use in futures, I do want to take a slightly higher risk on that. And then alongside that, I'm going to try and update you all, on a 2-3 times a week on how things are going. I basically will do a bit of a market update on, current price action on Bitcoin from a technical analysis standpoint. And then I'm going to update you on any changes I make to the strategy, where I buy, where I sell, and any setups that I'm currently watching. And obviously, at least once a week, give you an update on the actual BTC reserve that I've built up. So that's pretty much the strategy. This is the first video. Again, haven't bought any Bitcoin, haven't taken any trades yet, sitting with $3,000 in the account. So hopefully this challenge can be a bit of a blueprint for anyone that's, wants to learn how to stack Bitcoin using trading. So this can be like your backstage pass. If this is of interest to you, make sure you do hit the subscribe button so you can follow along with my journey. And I'll see you in tomorrow's update.